Hey everybody, Carl's from Immortals Inc. again, doing a little YouTube video. As always, I have Mikey with me.
Master of the tech. Because
he's the only one who knows how to use that stuff now. So today we're going to talk about, and it's not a new game, but it's something I'm getting into because that's what I do, Adeptus Titanicus. Like, you like big robots beating the crap out of each other?
Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, what was that one movie called Real Steel? You ever seen that movie?
Like the boxing movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't they just box?
But those are robots fighting each other, aren't they?
Well, so anyway, this is set in a 40K universe under a time of the Horus Heresy, which is when in the 40K universe, which we talked about several times, if you look at, just imagine that Earth is the center of the humanity's universe and they expanded to thousands and thousands of worlds. And they're constantly fighting to keep their, what they consider their empire, which is cool.
I guess.
At one point or another, they made these like all the armies and then the super soldiers and all that. They call them Space Marines and everything. When they expanded as far as they did, it's the biggest part of the universe. What happened was half the forces succumbed to an evil force called Chaos, and there was a big war, like a big civil war between humanity, between evil and good, Chaos and humanity's rights. During this fight, this is what their universe is set in, which is a lot of their games are set in with the background. This is considered like at the time of the upheaval, is set in that time period. It's a thing called Adeptus Titanicus. Imagine robots 100 meters high. I wouldn't say they're robots, they're walking machines. They're piloted by humans, which are basically plugged into the machine themselves. So they are the machine.
So Power Ranger activities going on.
Yes, kind of like that, but not at all like that.
I have the best analogies, I think.
In the usual game of 40K, each miniature is a piece on the table. So you might have like 30 guys, 25 millimeter to 30 millimeter high that control it. So that, you can imagine the tabletop is like a 4x6 tabletop. So imagine that you have a fighting machine that's 100 meters high. The thing would be like 6 feet tall compared to what's going on the table. Well, what they did was they made a rule set that just deals with the giant machines fighting each other, which is kind of a big deal. That's part of the universe, is these giant machines just striding across the battlefield like worlds. Like imagine, you're not invading like countries or cities or even nations. This is like world invasion. So like you could be just, hey, this is our world, and all of a sudden you just get invaded from another, an outside force. Sort of like an alien invasion.
Oh, sort of.
Yeah. So what happens is a lot of times they have to pull a bunch of different units or armies from different planets and universes to assist in this battle. One of the big ones are these war machines, which are walking machines, and they would have like units of 5 of these walking machines that would just land on a planet and just go fight the battles for you. Or not even for you, but just part of the battles. But they were huge. You were walking between buildings, you were blowing up buildings. The weaponry on those machines would be equivalent to like something on a battleship of modern day. Like imagine a battleship that was walking around just blasting everything you could see. That's the equivalent of this. So what they did was, this is another game in the universe. It's a standalone game where you could just fight these miniatures or fight these robots against each other, which I think is kind of cool because you only need like 4 miniatures to play this game. And it's a standalone game from the rest of the universe. So they come out with new stuff every once in a while, but it's not like always with upgrades or the new universe. And it's kind of set in a way that the rules won't change too much. They might have errata or they might add something to it, but it's a standalone game. So you can buy this and play this game if you like this kind of universe, which I do, because it's like, to me, it's cool to me to have like giant robots just walking around beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah, rock'em sock'em in the new age.
I wouldn't. And it's not so much that even these, when you play the game, it's not even like all these things blow up. You can play a whole game where the robot or the machines, the war machines, don't actually blow up or fall down. They base it on, they have objective points. Hey, did you get to the objective? You might have to rescue a squad of fighters in a building, or you might have to like just run across the battlefield, or you might have to take out one other war machine, and that's your objective, and you get points based on that. It doesn't mean even like all of your other war machines break down. It's usually one grand war machine and a couple of smaller ones that even in the scale are huge. It'd be like like imagine the small one is like 3 city bus size, and they just running around with these huge weapons and just blasting the crap out of each other for fun.
You said this is a part of the 40K universe, right? And it's like it kind of just highlights what you could use already in Warhammer, right?
Yeah, this is part of the lore of Warhammer.
Yeah, so that just explains how big the universe is.
Yeah,
they're creating games off of the game.
Yeah, yeah. They have a lot of cool because this is an offshoot from Forge World, I believe, is the ones who are in charge of their standalone games.
And you said it's medieval times?
No, this is far future. Like that's what the 40,000 stands for. Like this year is 2021. The year is 40,000. So
yeah, the armor on the guy behind you, he's got some it's like medieval ties to it, but it's like futuristic too.
They refer to them as knights. So
Knights.
A lot of these houses, like a lot of these planets, when the universe got when the Civil War happened in the universe, basically, I'm just trying to dumb it down a bit. But when the Civil War happened, a lot of these planets got stranded from the Empire. So these planets would have their own, planetary defense and everything like that. And these leftover, we're talking like hundreds and thousands of years that they were isolated. So what happens is these war machines would become like houses, like knights. Like they might be able to get to the next planet that's next to them, like the next closest planet. So the knights would be this would be the house from this planet, and this is their knights. They're trained, they're brought up, and it's kind of very well. The game is made in England, so it's a very English feel of the knights and the nobility and all that stuff to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get knighted.
Yeah, you're not. No, don't even do that. So anyway, if you like that kind of game, or you want some game that you don't want to, like 40K can be very expensive. So with this rule set, you can just buy the one rule set, and it can be expensive. Like this box has the hard rule book in it and a bunch of the pieces you need. You don't even get the robot. Sorry, I just hit my head on the mic. You don't even get the miniatures you need to play the game, but you get everything you need to play the game, including the cards, the dice, there's even like little battlefield assets and templates and everything to play the game. All you need is this box, and then this box is no longer available, but this was a good one. Was called Titan Battle Group, and this has 4 miniatures in it, and that's all you need to play. So altogether, you're talking like $200, $250 to get a game together to play this. I would suggest you watch some games online to see if you like it. I am going to myself build this battle group and paint it, and then I'm going to see if I'm going to give it a try. But I did watch it online, and everything you need is there. There's some additions to it, but not too many. But like I said, if you want to play a game in the 40K universe where you don't have to constantly update, or you have to constantly buy new miniatures, you don't want to get caught up in the hundreds and piles of miniatures you might need to play the game, this might be a good, an option for you. It's a standalone game, like I said, and it might be good. So read about it, watch some videos on it, go to the website of Games Workshop and check their stuff out.
We have it in stock, don't we? Do we have this in stock?
Yes, we have this in stock. This is like a core game we keep.
Immortalsinc.com, potentially,
Or if you see me and you want to talk about it, let me know. Or if anybody out there's playing, let us know. I'd like to see it played here. Do we have
people that play this? Do people play this here?
No, they don't play this here right now. Whoops, there goes my watch. They don't play this here right now, but I know people that get into it, and for some reason, I've always wanted to get into it. Now I have a little more time since all you guys are actually doing your jobs here, so I have extra time. Yeah, no, I'm all very happy with you guys.
Oh, there we go.
So now I have time to play with these other games I wanted to take a look at. Like this is their big game. This is their bread and butter. Games Workshop's Warhammer 40K is one of their bread and butters. But this is a game that goes off to like a side game. Like, hey, I wanted to play. I would like to see more giant, the war machines. Well, we have a game just of war machines.
Exactly. Okay, nice.
And this was based. They had another game called Titan Legions back in 1988. I think it released. And this is what it's based on.
Wait, the game I was talking about earlier was called Titanfall. Do you know about that game?
Titanfall, yeah, where they drop those giant robots.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Kinda yes, kinda no.
That's the game.
But imagine bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Titanfall would be equivalent of like a Dreadnought in the 40K universe, which is basically what that is.
Yeah, and you said it's man controlled, like somebody's in one of those things.
Yeah. Like in this game, the bigger the Titan, the more likely that the pilot would actually just be sealed in like a medical pod, because every time the Titan takes damage, it transfers it to the person.
Ooh.
That's how they are. And then these Titans, and this is not to geek out for a minute, these Titans might be, the machines themselves might be hundreds of years old. So they've had multiple pilots. So each time there's a new pilot, the old pilot's like memory or stuff would be within the software of the machine. So a lot of times a new pilot has to control the actual machine itself. Because like You know, the old spirits, the ghosts and the machines might decide like, no, I want to do this. You know, so
Is there skeleton in there though too from when they died?
when they die, they just take them out.
Oh, they just take
Put a
them
new
out.
one.
Who takes
Yeah.
them out?
The
Exactly.
machine gods, the people who maintain the machines, because you know there's the pilot,
okay.
which is called the Priapus, I think, and then he has like co-pilots that maintain all that stuff.
Yeah, that'd have been shady if not.
Yeah, just leave it in there, pilot on top. No, it's pretty good. It's a very, and once again, cool background. There's some novels on it. I just did a video on Black Library's books. I don't know if it's going to be out before this one or the other one's going to be first, but it's a pretty extensive universe and a pretty background to it, and it's very cool. So, plus the miniatures are always cool. 40K, come on, Games Workshop.
Come on.
Good stuff.
Come on.
All right, guys. Hopefully that was an informative little video, and support us on YouTube by subscribing.
Point to it. Point to the sub button. Yeah, it's
There
right there.
better be a sub button
It's
here, man.
right.
There better be a sub button. And then you can support us also on Patreon. You can become a co-producer, and we'll display your name at the end. Go to our website, immortalsinc.com. Come into the store. We're in Rocky River, Ohio. Go to our website, immortalsinc.com. I think I said that twice, but it's worth saying, right?
Hey, say it again. Immortalsinc.com.
Immortalsinc.com.
See you guys.
All right, bye.
Thank you.